Welcome to the WoodShop stop. I hope you enjoy the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not. Hit the bell notification for future videos so you can see what's going on with the WoodShop stop. And don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoy the video. Thanks for tuning in. This project will be constructed from using an old maple table. So I'll be reclaiming wood to create this project. Right here you see me slicing the pieces from what was the tabletop using a crosscut saw. And now I'm squaring up the edges. Creating a rabbet on the edge for joinery. Checking the fit to see how it goes together. And it looks like a pretty tight fit. Now these will be used for the feet. I'm just cutting out some notches in these strips of lumber, and then I'll cut them to size. You see here using the crosscut sled. I need 4 pieces for the feet, but I'll cut an extra piece just for safety's sake, in case I need it. As you can see, this wood has a finish on it still from the previous project, and I'll remove that before I assemble and finish it off. Here I'm testing out the feet to see how they fit on the corners. I wanted it to be raised and not rest on the bottom piece. And this kind of gives me an idea of what I've had. Now here is the removal of the finish. Now I've got the finish removed. I'll do the remainder of the sanding to take off the balance of the finish and get down to the actual wood. I use the sander and a card scraper for this process. The scraper works good. Along with some hand sanding on the edges to clean up the burn marks and tool marks left by the saw blades. A little more sanding and I should be finished with this sanding part. Now I can glue up the first 2 pieces. I believe this will be the top and the back pieces, and then I'll follow that up with the bottom piece. Now that I've glued up the first 2 pieces and it's dried, I'll install dowels, wooden dowels, to secure the joint. Here I'm drilling the holes for the dowels first. I like to clamp the pieces together so it's nice and secure before I make the holes for the dowels. I like the brad tip bit. You can see it makes short work of this hard maple. And I have a stop set for the depth that I need for the wooden dowels. And once I hit that stop, I'll know I'm to depth. I'll blow out the holes, as you can see here. And I've already glued and installed the dowels on this piece here, but I'll show you how I did that in the next few frames so you can see exactly how I glued and hammered the dowels into the holes that I drilled. But here I'm cutting the dowels flush with the surface, but not quite flush that I'll concave the top of the dowels when I sand it. But I'll leave enough just to sand off flush. Now this is the second glue up. This will be the bottom piece that I'll glue to the sides and the top. And once I've glued the pieces together, I clamp them. Now those pieces are dry, and I'll leave the clamps in place and drill the holes for the dowels. Add a little glue and I can install the dowels. Using a mallet, I tap them down to depth. Once the first two are in, I can remove the clamp and then punch a spot for the drill to follow and drill the third hole. With a little glue on the dowel and a little glue in the hole, the dowel goes in pretty easy. Wipe off the excess and then trim the dowels, leaving probably a 1/16 of an inch above the surface basically. And then sand that smooth to the existing surface. Here I'm just putting a little sawdust down into what might be gaps around the hole. As you can see, there we have it. Nice flush fit. This is just a little added decoration to balance out the aesthetics of this plant stand. As you can see, I left a little gap on the top piece and the back piece. And these will be perfect for fillers. I use a little CA glue and some Titebond 2. Position the piece and then I'll brad nail it to it. Now I'm going to position a support to hold the top piece and the bottom secure so there's no sagging. But I have to find center so that I can locate this support exactly in the middle. Add a little glue to the support piece and the bottom of the top piece. Put the support in place and clamp the support. I've already pocket drilled the support piece. Now I'm adding the pocket screw into place to secure it. And the same for the bottom. I check here to see if everything's square. Then I add a screw to the bottom piece to secure the support piece. And there you have it. The plant stand end table, or accessory table is done. You could probably even sit on this as a stool if you wanted to. Thanks for watching the video.